Well, good evening. Today I'm going to be making vegan tomato soup. It is fall and I am just so excited to be able to have some nice creamy tomato soup. And since I can't just pop open a can of the Campbell's tomato soup anymore because it's too high in so many different things, being able to make it myself has been huge. I love it. I love to be able to toast some bread instead of having a grilled cheese sandwich to go with it. So let me show you. This is actually a really easy recipe. So right now on the stove, I actually already have the onion. I just did a medium onion, chopped it up. I've been sauteing it. And then it's actually going to make a lot of soup too. But then I can probably freeze some of it and have it for later in the season as it goes by. About 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Go ahead and throw that in there. Then I can kind of cook up a little bit. Take some of the tang away. Get a little bit of umami flavor in there with the garlic. I did 7 large tomatoes. I quartered them. And then I'm also going to do 1 can of fire roasted tomatoes just because it adds, that extra depth of flavor that you're looking for. It will be a tomato basil. So I've got about 2 tablespoons of basil. You can put in as much as you want or as little as you want. If I need to get more of a tomatoey taste, I have tomato paste. We'll see. We're going to taste it first. If I need to, I'll add it in there, and if I don't, that's fine. 4 cups of vegetable broth, about a tablespoon of maple syrup just to give that sweetness back. Sometimes when you cook tomatoes, it loses some of their sweetness. And then, to get the cream, 2 bricks of tofu. And that'll make it so nice and creamy. So now that we have the garlic in and everything's cooked a little bit, the first step is just to take up all of your quartered tomatoes. Go ahead and throw them on in. I'll also go ahead and throw in the fire roasted tomatoes, which actually has a little bit of garlic in it too. What I want to do is just get this mixed up together. And my pan is hot, which if you can't hear it kind of bubbling away, that'd be surprising. All right, get that in there. I'm going to end up throwing a lid on top of this, and it's just going to help those tomatoes start to cook, get roasted a little bit. I could have roasted them in the oven, but I didn't because I figured the fire roasted tomatoes from the can is going to take care of some of that. So we're going to let this cook for a little bit, and then we'll be back. We'll throw in the basil, the maple syrup, and the tofu, and immersion blend it. I do actually have a big blender, but since I'm going to have to do it in batches anyway because it is a rather big batch, I just figured go ahead and grab out the immersion blender, let it do its magic, and we'll see how it tastes. Okay, so I have let these boil for a while. They've actually, the tomatoes themselves have released, well, I just want to kind of show you that, a lot of water. So I may not even use any vegetable broth at all. What we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add at least a brick of tofu. Like I said, this is a lot of water in there. I'm going to take it a little bit slow. 2 tablespoons of basil, and then about a tablespoon of I'm just losing my words, maple syrup. Okay, put some salt in. Probably about a teaspoon. And then, gotta add some pepper. All right. Probably about a half a teaspoon. I'm not the biggest pepper fan, but man, it does add some nice flavor. So we'll go ahead and get this mixed in here a little bit. Take care of getting some of those tomatoes squished. And then I'll take it off the heat, and we're going to go ahead and immersion blend it. And it does look like I definitely need that other brick of tofu. That tofu is just going to add such nice cream to this. Okay. Just wanted to break it up a little bit. That basil, now that it's in there, oh, that's smelling good. Smelling very good. Move this over here. Move this over this way so that I can use the immersion blender. And go. Okay. So let me show that to you a little bit. Right there. It's looking nice and smooth and creamy. Put it back over the heat. I've got it down on medium-low, just so that continue to heat up, especially with the tofu going in cold like that. And I'm going to let it cook a little bit longer over the medium heat, just so all those flavors can meld and the basil can come out in there a little bit more, and we will come back and take a taste of it. And I may end up adding some tomato paste to it, just because tomato paste is going to add more of a tomatoey flavor to it. And if we need to, we can also add some more maple syrup. So let's go ahead and let this cook for a little bit longer, and then we'll be back. Okay, so I did end up adding about 4 tablespoons of tomato paste, just to get it a little bit more tomatoey, because like I said, I didn't realize how much water those tomatoes had in them. Didn't have to use any vegetable stock. So if you wanted to use a tomato that had less water, Roma tomatoes would be really good. And then I did add some more maple syrup to this. I run towards the sweet side, and I'm trying to damp that down a little bit, but it just, to me, needed a little bit more sweet. So, to go with the soup, I toasted some bread. It's actually sourdough bread. My toaster got them nice and crunchy, so what I like to do, take some garlic salt and lightly sprinkle them on here, because if you do it too heavy, it can get hard to eat. And then just to kind of keep it down, and you gotta have a little bit of butter, not real butter. I mean, this stuff, I can't believe it's not butter, but at least it gives you a little bit of hold for the garlic salt on there. So I just gently spray it on, and then we're gonna go ahead, get our soup in the bowl. It's looking and smelling delicious. And I don't mind my soup being a little bit chunky, but like I said, if you want to have a little bit less of that chunkiness, put it in a blender and it'll be beautiful. So there is the soup. We've got some toast to go with that. I also got some croutons because I like croutons in soup, especially in tomato basil. And if you wanted to, a variation you can put on this is to put some balsamic vinegar in it. It brightens up the flavor. And if you wanted to make it a little bit cheesy, you could do a little bit of nutritional yeast. So you've got a lot of different options just to play with it and have some fun. I always do tomato basil. You don't have to do basil, obviously. This is a recipe that you get to play with, and depending on what your taste buds are feeling like that day, you get to have some fun with it. So let's see how this tastes now. What I did is I let it simmer for a little bit. It just, everything kind of came together. Oh, yep. It's got a hint of basil in there. I didn't want it to be overwhelmed. It's got the tomato taste. Really glad I put some of that tomato paste in there. And then the tofu just makes it nice and creamy. On a nice cold fall day, or even, this winter, because I've got a lot of soup that I'm going to be able to pack away, It's gonna be absolutely wonderful. So try it out. Like, subscribe to the channel if you like the content that you're seeing. And let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. And in case you don't like something, let me know that too. I mean, I'm not the perfect cook in the world, but I enjoy what I do. I keep on learning, and I think that's what we're all looking for. So, for veggie's sake, eat for your health.